So before I get to addressing this question, I just want to start off by saying, if you would have asked me before the series started, I would have told you that the Spurs was winning, right? And that's not me just saying that as a Celtics fan, but I just had a feeling that New York could not keep up with Wemby. I had a feeling that Cat would not be able to guard him. But if you guys just watched game 2, Cat was working Wemby, okay? And I'm looking at the box score, right? Honestly, the box score tells an interesting story because, I watched the game, right? And it got to a point where it was the first half, they put up the stat, New York 10 for 20 and field goals made. Spurs was 3 of 20, some pitiful shit, right? And so, they was pretty much down the whole game. I watched the third quarter, fourth quarter midway, I was like, I ain't watching. They was up like 10 points. And so I guess this is when the Spurs started to come back, right? They lost by 1 point. And I hate that the Spurs lost twice at home because now they got to go on the road and try to win it on the road, and they're down 2-0, right? It's just not a good look. It's not a situation that you want to be in. I am going to answer the question by saying that Wemby is not overrated. He is young, okay? That would probably be, if I wasn't such a New York hater, I would probably want the Knicks to win. I probably would have predicted the Knicks to win the series, to win the finals. But, if we're just looking at a broad spectrum here, who was the real competition here? The only game 7 that the Knicks went to in the whole postseason was the Hawks. What, they the second best team in the East now? Like, I don't know what happened to these teams. My team, we ain't gonna talk about Jason Tatum coming back and then not playing in game 7. We ain't gonna talk about that, right? I'm still pissed. I'm probably gonna be pissed till October. But it was the Pistons that really pissed me off because I thought that they was gonna put up a fight. I would have loved to see the Pistons and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs, for them to get as far as they did, fucking blew it. James Harden blew it. So, I have been a basketball fan pretty much my whole life, but it got to a point where I was like, graduating high school early and going to college and didn't have cable in college. So I kind of didn't watch basketball for a period of time. And during that period of time, James Harden went on a run, right? I go back and I look and, obviously I was hearing about it as it was happening, but I did not witness this magical James Harden that a lot of you guys had seen when he was on the Rockets, right? I watched him at the beginning when he was mid, and I'm watching him now when he's choking in the postseason. But regardless, I thought that when they made that trade and he went to Cleveland, I thought they would have at least had a somewhat better chance to win, right? But they really went all that way to not do shit. Like, if y'all was gonna really choke like that, y'all should have just let the Celtics go. Like, y'all shouldn't have even got that fucking far. But anyway, back to Wemby. If you look at the stats, right? I really was going into the series like, yo, Cat cannot handle that. Cat will not be able to touch Wemby. Like, he cannot defend him. Like, he gonna be on the ground crying for a call. But I guess I was wrong. So we can even see, like, Cat only took 17 shots. He made most of his shots, right? Like, he was 60% from 3. He was, almost 67% from the field. So that's cool or whatever, I guess. But, he didn't even take as many shots as Wemby. Now that I'm really thinking about it, right? Like, not 10 more. I misspoke. But, feel me? Wemby took 21 shots. Cat took 12 shots. That's almost 10 more shots that you got in over Cat and still couldn't win. They came back at the end. I wish I would have, tried to stay awake for the end of the fourth quarter. The end of the fourth quarter probably would have pissed me off, though, even more because y'all done got all that way. Y'all done made a comeback that far. I think they was even up. Like, you guys can correct me in the comments. But regardless whether they came back and were, one freaking point. And then you turn the ball over. I seen the replay when he fucking threw the ball at Stephon Castle's back. You just got to be better. You just got to be better. You're the number one option on the team. I get it. You're 22. You're young. The whole team is young. Dylan Harper, Castle, all them boys is young. Vassell, a lot of us never even heard about until now. De'Aaron Fox, he's coming from the Kings, and we thinking he gonna do something. Let me see, De'Aaron Fox. Okay, well, he made his shots, but he only took 12 shots. I don't know why De'Aaron Fox is not taking more shots. They need him. Okay, I was reading a post. He is the X factor. If they want to win the game, he's definitely got to step up. He played 33 minutes. He only took 12 shots. Okay. Vassell also only took 9 shots, but he's not a De'Aaron Fox. He's more like a defensive player to me. He's like a defensive player and a 3-point shooter. But, they got to do better. I am hoping that they can pull off this third game, but if they don't win this third game, I'm not going to lie, guys. I might not even watch the rest of the series.